Of the week, today we're looking at simple changes you need to make in your YouTube channel in order to generate real estate leads. Now, many of you are getting leads, or many of you are getting views, my apologies, but not getting leads. So that's what we're going to talk about today. I'm really going to break it open into a molecular strategy so you can replicate your results over and over and over again. So that's our challenge today. 12 seconds before we get going. But again, today what we're covering are the simple changes that are needed to generate real estate leads. Let me make sure that the audio is okay today. All right. I didn't get a notification, so that is not uncommon. So I just got to make sure that we're okay here. Alrighty. Little advertisement. All right, so simple ways to need it, simple changes needed for real estate leads on YouTube. There's a lot of you on YouTube right now, so that is all. You've seen the light, but now we need to really amplify it and get some results from it. Because if you're not getting leads, then what are you doing? That's what's the point, right? So this isn't a hobby. At least this isn't a hobby for me. This is a business. Here's the thing. Many of you are getting views. So congratulations. Many of you are getting 100 views, 1,000 views, 10,000 views, 100,000 views and beyond for your videos. But you're not seeing the traction in the sense of leads. So you're not generating a ton of leads commensurate to how many views you're actually getting. So that's what we're going to actually talk about. Now, one of the reasons, before I share my screen, I want to share with you a few reasons why that may be the case, and then give you a quick strategy on how to reverse the course on that immediately. So as you're coming in, a like is going to go a long way, and also comment down below where you're listening from. It's going to help the algorithm send out more notifications so folks know this morning. Number one, the big thing that you need to understand in YouTube altogether is the sales cycle. So you need to understand your buyers, you need to understand your sellers, you need to understand your clients and viewers all together. So let's just look at an example, because this has happened to me for the longest time, and it wasn't until I realized this, or with the help of a friend realized this, that it made a lot of sense that maybe I'm getting these views and not getting these leads because I don't understand the consumer. So what was happening was I was making a lot of videos that were helping out the viewer, but the issue was that I was making videos that helped the viewer after they already had a realtor. I was making somebody out right at the point of purchasing a house. Well, the problem with that was that they already had a realtor. So they're already on their way to signing. So making videos that only talk about the signing, so the closing date, what to do right before closing date, what to do after closing date. Well, the issue became, well, I already have my house. I just need you to answer this question. I came here to watch your video, which was super awesome, and I need you to answer this question, but I just bought my house last month. I just bought my house 2 months ago, a year ago. And one of the videos that really popped off for me is actually still highly ranked right now, the homestead exemption video. So if you type in homestead exemption, one of my videos is going to be right up there. It used to be number 1 for the longest time. I think right now it's number 3. So I made a video speaking specifically about the homestead exemption. The awesome thing with that was that I was getting a ton of views. The downside to that is, who's going to watch that video? Well, it's actually people that just became homeowners. So dang it, I just missed that sales cycle. Is this making sense? So it's that sales cycle that we really need to understand as we're making videos, because we need to have appropriate expectations of what these videos are designed to do. That video, I don't regret making that video because it helped the channel. But I needed to realize early on that that is an additional arrow in my quiver that cannot be the entire quiver. That cannot be the entire thing, because if I continue making videos that just speak to that, people after already have their realtor, people that just bought their houses, then I'm in for a very long run on YouTube before I get those people coming to me to buy another house or to sell the house that they just bought. So I needed to think back and go back to making videos before somebody has actually decided on the real estate agent. So that way I have an opportunity of getting those people to reach out to me. Hey, I've been preparing to buy a house. I would love for you to be my realtor. Hey, I've been thinking about selling my house, and this video that you made really resonated, so I needed to reach out to you. Can you list my house? Those are the conversations that you want to start getting. Those are the conversations that really help you out. And at that point, you don't need that many views. It's awesome that you do get them, but understanding that you don't need that many views, because if somebody is watching a very targeted video that you made, chances are they're going to reach out to you because you're local, because you provide value to them, and so on and so forth. So again, understanding the sales cycle is incredibly important here. And it's one of the reasons that you may not be getting your views. Getting your leads. You may be getting views, but you're not getting those leads. So again, we're talking about the simple changes you need to make in your YouTube strategy in order to generate real estate leads. That right there, understanding the sales cycle, is going to be huge, because what that's going to position you to do is make videos that will actually get you business. And we're going to make videos that people want to watch, great, but also are going to prompt somebody to reach out to you because they don't have a real estate agent to represent them on a purchase. They don't have a real estate agent to list their homes. So you're able to help people out, not only from the informational standpoint, but also from your services standpoint, aka being a real estate agent. So let me know if this is making sense down in the comment section. And again, don't forget to hit that like and also comment to see the algorithm really take off. That's point number one that we really need to establish before I share my screen and give you some other more tactical ways to improve your lead generation altogether. The second thing that's going to actually make meaningful change in your YouTube strategy, again, right before I share the screen, is making an offer. You need to have an offer, a lead magnet, as what is sometimes called, an ethical bribe is what is also called as well. You need to have an offer that will entice people to reach out to you. So some examples of offers are going to be list of homes under a certain price range. So you already have a saved list of homes that somebody has access to. A home affordability calculator, so offering somebody the calculator that lets them know how much home they can afford. That's valuable to them. A moving checklist, so if somebody is looking to move either from the buying or selling side, they want the simple, easy answers on what do I need to do. You can do something as creative as in creating an investor course. You can do a little mini investor course if you like working with investors, as an example, or if you like working with people that have a home and are looking to buy another one as an investment. Whatever the case may be, these are offers that you can offer on your entire channel, on your videos, and everywhere else. And you'll see where to actually put that type of offer. What I'm getting at here is the reason that we're making these offers. You can make it an evergreen offer, a universal offer, or you can make it video specific. But the reason that we're creating these offers is because somebody needs the information that you're providing. That's one. But most importantly is whenever somebody is watching one of your videos, they're still in research mode. They're not all going to be ready to go and call you immediately and say, hey, list my house. It's not how that's not how it works. They're going to watch maybe one of your videos and then another one of your videos and another one of your videos. Ultimately, they're getting to know you. But along the way, if you make an offer, let's just say on video 2, you made an offer of the investor mini course and you link it down in the description, well, somebody's going to click on that description, and in order to get access to that mini course, they need to give you their name, their email, and their phone number, aka they become a lead. So they may not be investors after all. They may not even be looking to purchase a home this year. They just need that information. They would like to see a little bit more of, well, what do I need to do in my finances to ultimately purchase an investment property? Well, if they were just on the fence, if they were just in research mode, if they were just educating themselves, they would never reach out to you. However, since you provided an offer to them, well, now they are incentivized to go ahead and give you their information in exchange for that valuable offer, meaning that now you have a lead. Some people that are in research mode, they would love to work with you at some point in time, but they're just not ready. But with you making this offer now you're able to capture somebody's information and start that nurture in a more targeted way. This one change alone exploded my email list. I wasn't getting that many leads from, well, I operate several channels at this point, but even this channel alone, as you'll kind of see, I really wasn't getting that many leads, if you will, or that many emails from this channel. It wasn't until I started integrating this aspect of making an offer, which you'll see on the screen here shortly, that I started generating leads. So it went from an email database of a couple of people, of tens of people. I didn't even get to hundreds of people. It was just tens of people that would at some point reach out to me directly, and they went into my email database, into thousands of people. So now I have thousands of people on my email database that I can directly communicate with. So if I have a course, if I have a service, if I have a whatever, an affiliate, whatever monetary way that I have of gaining, I guess, money, if you will, now I have a direct connection with the audience. So I don't have to, I'm not at the mercy of the YouTube algorithm. I'm not at the mercy of a Facebook account, Instagram account. So now I have the ability of communicating directly with my audience, same thing that you have, as long as you start integrating these strategies. So again, understanding the sales cycle, number one. The number two, making an offer so you're giving people a reason to reach out to you and give you their contact information, even though they're not ready to buy, even though they're not ready to sell. At some point they will. We understand that they may not be ready to buy or sell today, but that doesn't mean that they're not going to be ready in a month, in 6 months, in 3 years. We are building that database of trusted clients and buyers and sellers. So let me know if this is making sense down in the comment section. Also, don't forget to subscribe and turn on that notification bell. So if you found us live, then with the notification bell, the notifications should be going out, so you kind of see what's going on. Alrighty, so I hope that this is making sense. Again, understanding your sales cycle is number one, and then making an offer is number two, how you're actually going to be getting leads. These are simple changes that you can make in your business and in your YouTube channel, so you can start generating leads. So let me screen share real quick. Alrighty, so let's get a little bit tactical on lead generation. So I'm going to zoom in on one element that I want to talk about right now, which is our banner. Our banner, you either have I guess one of three things. Either you don't have a banner, so you don't see a banner right now. I highly suggest that you create one. Or you have a banner that has too much information. So you have emails, phone numbers, websites, Instagram handles, Facebook handles. You have just so much on there that it becomes white noise. It's almost like you have the yellow pages up there and so many different ways to contact you. Or you swing the other way completely, where you just have an image of a house. So either you don't have one, you have too little or too much. So we run into that, what is it, the three bears or whatever, that story. You have that issue. We need one that's just right. So just give you some different elements. The reason I created it the way that I did is I only have one direct place where I'm sending people. So that's my website. Or here I share a little bit more about what I do, but then I use the opportunity of hyperlinks. So you have the ability of creating hyperlinks over here. So this goes to a hyperlink. So this goes to a website. This goes to a website. This goes to a website. And I draw attention to it. So if somebody is looking to join the Agent First group, they're going to click through there and they're going to start on the funnel. So that's what I do. It's the same thing that you do in your business. You need to create a banner, and you need to utilize these hyperlinks right here and call attention to them through your banner. That is one incredible way to start generating some interest and some leads. Because again, remember, you're getting the views right now. Chances, even if you're not getting the views, but I'm going to the example of those people that are frustrated with thousands of views but very few leads. So let's see. Makes total sense. I love it. I love it. I'm glad. Chip, great points. Hey, thank you so much. Where do you find your lead magnets? Do you have PLR stores? And if so, will you share, please? Hey, Chip, that's a great question. I make my own lead magnets. So what Chip is referencing is there are websites out there that will actually create lead sources for you that you can white label as your own. PLR is one of those services, and there's quite a few others out there. What I found with those services is that they're very generic. They're not that valuable. They were at some point, but the most impactful lead sources or lead magnets, or offers is going to be one that you create yourself. It's just going to end up being that. So as far as lead magnets, that's what I would err towards, creating your own. So all the lead magnets that I create, they're mine. They're ones that I create. So that's just, so again, we're getting a little bit tactical here. This is a banner. This is one place where you're going to go and instantly see some changes in your YouTube strategy. Now, the second thing that I want to draw your attention to is going to be down here on the about. On the about, you have the ability of telling more about your channel and also directing people to where you want them, directing the attention to where you need it and desire it. So here you see, I'm only sending people to my website and to my IG at that point because they're here on my YouTube page. That way they can connect. So this is another way for you to direct attention to where you want it. These are your walking billboards. It's basically nothing more. This is your walking billboards. A lot of the traffic that you're going to generate is through people that saw your videos at some point in time, through the Explorer, through the search, through the suggested, all that fun stuff. So we need to address the third element of the where you need to be placing these offers, where you need to be directing your traffic, and that's on your YouTube description. So this is right below one of my previous, I believe, live streams here, where you see here, maybe this is excessive, and that's okay, which I'm getting ready to reduce everything to about 5 lines, but this is all hyperlinkable real estate. So I can hyperlink to where I want it. So you see some recommendations here. Like I get the common questions of, hey, what channel equipment or what equipment do you use for your YouTube channel? Well, I have it right here. I can direct people so they can click on it. I have some affiliates down there. I have my courses and all that fun stuff. So I make this available right off the jump in every single description, because guess what? Whenever somebody finds you for the very first time, very rarely will they go over to your main YouTube channel. So where we just came from, where I showed you the banner, where I showed you the about, it's awesome to have that optimized, but most people are only going to stay in the description to see what you're about. So it's rare that people are going to go over. They're just going to stay on your YouTube video. So that's why it's important that you optimize your description, because that's where they're going to stay. As they are listening to you, they're going to click on the little drop down arrow if they're on their mobile, and they're going to read what's going on in the description. So this is an opportunity for you to highlight what's important to you. If it's affiliate sales, then you highlight that. If it's courses or services, then you highlight that. But as we're talking about having your offer, going back to that second point that we just talked about, this is exactly where you place that offer. This is exactly where you place that home affordability calculator. This is where you put that mini investor scores, because people will be checking out your description. And same thing on your pinned comment. So you can be the first person to comment and pin your comment and drive traffic to where you want them, because remember, people are not going to always go over to your channel banner or go over to your about section. They're not going to come over here and are not going to come over here, especially your followers. Well, they already know what you're about. They've been following you. They watch your videos. So very rarely will they go back to the channel, to your main channel, to see what you're about, because they already know what you're about. They already know the content that you're producing for buyers, for sellers, for investors, for whatever. So they're comfortable in the video setting. So whenever you bring something new to the table, let's just say you take my advice, which I hope that you do. But let's just say you take my advice and you create an investor's course. If you a mini course, it doesn't have to be full-fledged. If you only put it on your channel banner, or you only put it here on your description, then they're gonna miss it. your viewers are going to miss it. They're not going to see it because they're only going to your YouTube videos, which really highlights the last thing I wanted to share in this particular section. So let me go back to myself really quickly. When you're, and this is important so we don't want to miss it. Whenever you're making your videos, understanding that whenever you're done with your video, what you said in that video stays. You're not going to be able to edit it all that much. You're only going to be able to cut things out, maybe blur things out because of the YouTube's system. So I'm not going to get too technical here, but just understand the main premise. Whenever you make a video, that's what's in the video. Whatever you said is in the video, whatever you burned into the video, meaning the lower thirds, the animations, whatever, that's what's in the video. So it's important that you have a call to action within your videos so you can draw people's attention to whatever it is that you're offering. So if you are offering, let's just say that investors course, then let people know that. Let people know, hey, check out the investors course that I just released down in the description, and then move on with your day. You're not trying to pitch and pitch and pitch. You're not trying to sell something. You're just trying to draw attention to that course, and you're done. Or you're trying to draw attention to that list of homes under a certain price range, and you just want to let people know that it's in the description so they know to go down there and look for it if that brings value to them. So again, you can do that call to action within your videos, and I encourage you to do it, or else people are not going to always go down to the description and figure out what's going on. So that's very powerful. So we have your call to action within your videos. You have the call to action within the description, which we just saw. You have the call to action in the comment section, so commenting and then pinning. And then the fourth, which is really forgotten, is your other social media. Your other social media, most common right now is Facebook and Instagram, as we know. So whenever you're making content on YouTube, people are, and you're getting views, and people aren't really necessarily reaching out to you, what you're going to find is that people are going to find you over on Facebook. People are going to find you over on Instagram because they think that that's a more direct way to communicate with you, which in a way it is. So I can't count the number of times that I see, on Instagram, how you have your primary inbox and then you have your general inbox and then you have like a request. There's not a time that I log into Instagram that I don't have a request from somebody. And it's generally, hey, I saw you on YouTube. I have a question about X, right? I saw you on YouTube. I have a question about Y. So that's something that you also need to think about with your overall strategy. People are not only seeing you here on YouTube, which is a good thing, right? They're going to connect with you on Instagram and start following you. They're going to friend you on Facebook, which is awesome. These are all great problems to have, folks. It's just, I want to illustrate a point that if you're only doing this on YouTube and really have zero presence anywhere else, you're doing yourself a disservice, because what's going to happen is they're going to watch an amazing video on how to sell their house for more money than they ever thought possible. And they love everything that you have to say, but you didn't optimize any of these this contact information that I just shared with you. So they're going to go and try to find you out in the wild. They're going to have to go in Google, and maybe they have a Zillow profile on you, but that phone number goes to a different office that you left years ago. So they're stuck. So you need to have a presence on other platforms. You don't have to have a posting strategy every single day with those platforms. You just need to be found. So having updated information on Facebook is super important for you. Having an updated information on Instagram is also super important for you. That offer that you made of that list of homes under $500,000, you can make that same offer on your Facebook and on your Instagram on those pages. So you have a lot of real estate, pun intended, on all of your social media platforms to start generating traffic. So this can be your top of funnel, like it is for me. And then I start building my Instagram audience, my Facebook audience, my Facebook group audience, and start cultivating a stronger community with the folks that actually follow me. So this is the YouTube strategy in a nutshell. So again, these are just simple changes you need to make in order to start seeing some results, in order to start generating real estate leads on YouTube. If there's anything I can do for you now or in the future, please feel free to reach out. Don't forget that the like button is still down there, and so is the subscribe button with the notification bell. I'll see you next. I think I have another live stream on Friday.